Well, basically, when we started, we didn't have any money, was the main problem, and no one knew anything about us. So we thought we'd make a video, and so we persuaded a friend to film us. He needed something for a show reel, and he worked for an advertising company. So as long as he didn't get caught, he could use all the stuff. So we sneaked in on a Sunday and filmed a day's worth of stuff on big, I don't know what it is, a big camera, big video camera, and he edited it all, and we gave him the music on cassette, which cost us £6.
I'm a big man, a big car and a little wife. I worked hard, don't you forget that, unlike certain types. I believe in prosperity, law and order, and authority. I know what this country needs. We need a few more men like me.
After this, we got on into Super 8. I bought a Super 8 camera for £25 with a projector and 2 lights for £50. And one didn't work, but that's how we did the next one. And but everyone sort of said, I mean, then we just filmed stuff and edited it together on a VHS machine. But there was no syncing at all. We couldn't get any of that. We didn't even bother because everyone said you can't do it with Super 8. But then the one after that, which is the one that ended up getting sort of shown quite a bit on a few things, we just thought, surely you can. I don't see why. We couldn't actually see why not. People said, oh well, it won't match. The syncing will be rough. But it's like, so what? You know, does it have to be really, really perfect? Is that necessarily a better video? So we just did it. After then, we just sort of disregarded what everyone said and just said, we'll try it. We'll just shoot it and we'll cope with the editing later on. Okay, this was 4 rolls of film, £50. And we just left the camera lying around when we were recording. And I picked it up and did a bit, and a friend did a bit, and then afterwards we realised that we hadn't actually filmed anything of the drummer except for 10 seconds. And you know, you realise that sort of thing afterwards. So we just had to cope with what we had.
A final swig and the last check in the mirror. And I'm gonna go down to the night town. A finger on the buzzer, I got my member's card. Welcome to where the morning starts. I'm playing games, night games.
But it's basically useful because it was taught us how to do it, I would say. I mean, just very roughly, just all the process, you know, from transferring and editing and dubbing and all that, just on a really, really basic level. It taught us enough that we then did the next one, which was quite useful, and we managed to make it look vaguely professional. When we did this one, we'd got a record deal by this point, and so I asked for £350 to make a video, because I reckon it could be done for that, and which paid for 15 rolls of film, which is about 40 minutes of Super 8, and the song cost £6 to record, and we got it onto MTV, and it won some video vote thing, and a couple of other little things it's been on, and so the fact, I mean, it's a miracle it got finished, actually. That's the main thing. So the very fact it got onto MTV and won something was kind of nice.
Girl at the bus stop, talking French. You a girlfriend on the bench. I had my head in a book. I lost my place when I took a look.
And it was a complete nightmare, actually. Total nightmare to do. We had 3 films got lost by the post office. They got sent back to me right away instead of to Germany where they process it. 1 film got lost by Kodak. The lights all broke on the day, except for a couple, and then our drummer left the band on the day of the shoot.
I sat behind, I couldn't get her off my mind. stop, I could not believe when she got up, same stop as me. I'd not forgive myself if I let this chance just pass by. I thought I would die, my butterfly.
But with this, it's like I knew what we had to do, what we wanted to get across, which was that we were a three-piece band, you know, with feudal outdoor cuts to give it a... But I mean, if we'd given it to someone else, I mean, I'm sure they'd have got a model and they said, okay, you're the girl, here's a bus stop, we'll have a bus stop in a studio so we can light it properly, or some kind of great idea like that. And, you know, we'd have just sort of sat and watched it and gone, Jesus, and that would have gone out and everyone would have thought, what an awful band they are. I mean, as it is, it's rough, but, you know, I'll stand by that because what's wrong with being rough? I don't see a problem. I like some of my favourite records of scratches all over them and I'll still listen to them. I don't see the problem with that. I think it's just the industry.
When she said no, no, oh no, no, oh, oh. Girl at the bus stop, I thought of you. I wondered if you wondered too, and if perhaps you're hearing this, I think that it would be so nice if
I could have probably asked for more money for this next video that we're doing, for the next single, and but I only asked for 500 because it sort of just seems sort of extravagant somehow to when you've done videos for £6, you sort of think, you know, well, I can't really justify asking for 1,000.
Kissed me once and I was never the same. You know I melt each time you whispered my name. I saw this town like I never seen it before. First time in my life, I wanted nothing more. And every day was just like a Valentine's Day. You said the words I thought you'd never say. And when you felt that way, you think it's gonna stay. Anyway, you were right, I was wrong. There's no point in going on and on. You were right, I was wrong. Don't forget me when I'm gone. For so long.
I think it'd be hard to let anyone do it for us now because we know roughly what goes on. So whether we like it or not, we're going to probably be saying, you know, to the cameraman, what are you doing there? I mean, I basically want to do all ours from now on. I mean, it's good fun and you keep the control.
Where'd you learn to be so nice? With every twist of your rusty knife. I never asked you to be my wife. Well, I guess that's life. Anyway.
You can scam it. It's so easy. Like I say, you know, it's a recession. People will work for nothing. You know, ask around, see who's got what, read some books on filmmaking and whatever, do it yourself. I mean, same applies to any aspect, whether it's recording or whatever. You know, there's no, you know, you should try to keep operating. I mean, it's dispiriting when you haven't necessarily got an audience of any kind. except for about 15 friends. But if you do it yourself, I mean, I just think that you've got a far better chance of getting something good. If you satisfy yourself and you just think, okay, I just want to make what I would like to see, then chances are someone else will probably say, I really like that. That's exactly what I wanted to see, and you never see enough of.